Welcome to the Southern Oracles Tarot. I'm the Childlike Empress.
And I'm the Orin.
And this reading is for Gemini for May 2019. This is your May financial and love reading because it's May. And
it's the Taurus season. And for each season, we want to do a different spread. And for Taurus, they're an earth sign, but they also co-ruled with, the co-ruler is Venus. And so it's very much about love. So we want to do finances and love and celebration.
That's life, fools. Buddy and love, the two biggest things, right? Too big. I'm teasing. Okay,
yes, so and she's a Taurus, so love and money.
Love and money. That's life.
What else can you ask for?
That's right. Abundance. Okay, that's what love and money is in Taurus speak. Abundance, whole bunch to give, whole bunch to receive. It's just this beautiful melding.
So this reading is for Geminis, in case we haven't said it before. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, we have, and this is for you guys. Now the way that it works is we lay the cards out to save us time, but also so we have a better idea of how to deliver the message.
Right, because we are two readers, and we generally see things, I don't want to say two different ways, but definitely different messages pops out.
And so it's like an ice cream sundae. Speaking of, I made them for my kids yesterday. We have a basic ice cream, right? And then she puts brownies in, and I go and I throw in like some gummy worms and, some peanut butter bits. But it always ends up tasting good. And usually we end up agreeing either to disagree.
On the major stuff,
yeah. But on the major stuff, it comes together. There's still different elements that we may pick up on, but usually we kind of agree to disagree, but we see different elements, I think, of the same story. That seems to be the common thing.
Right. We want to give you all perspectives because there's many Geminis and everybody's going through.
That's right. Things. And also we want to show you the different ways that the universal energies with these two different spreads can play out in both your love life and your financial life, because it's not always all about love. People are actually going through other things. So again, the way the spread is laid out right here is your thought space. Okay. What you're thinking, what you're meditating on, the maybe even subconscious thoughts sometimes come through here. Here is your heart space. I actually tend to think of the head space as the conscious, the heart space as the subconscious, because what you have on your heart is usually what ends up manifesting anyway. So just think of this as a conscious, but this, for all intents and purposes, is what's in your heart, how you feel about the situation, which is your subconscious. And then down here, we have your foot space, which is what you're going to do about it or what is motivating you. Now, in this particular case with y'all's reading, your foot space seems like what's motivating y'all. It's not really what is you're going to do. I don't think you're necessarily going to do it, but the reasons why you do it are down here. Okay? It's coming across as motivation more so than what you're going to actually physically do. Right, actions. Here is your overall. And let me keep going. This is your past, present, and future. Okay? Past row, past column, present column, and then future column. Now, we are going to do the signs for your love. We're not going to do it for financial because it's not necessarily, it doesn't really matter. But for people who care about signs, it will be revealed in the love section. And this is your overall. So here's where I'm ready to start. We're going to call this reading, just take a step, walk away. Just walk away from confusion. Yeah. Walk away from confusion. You have some emotional ties in both situations. And that's the cool thing about doing these things together, the financial and the love. The mirroring is great. You've got the Hermit twice. You have the Queen of Wands twice. And even though you don't have the Nine of Swords, you have the Strength card and it still mirrored the same exact energy as it did in this spread. So just so you guys know, okay?
Meaning that there's a ton of things that affect both your financial and your love life. It's usually the same things.
Right. And so with this Strength card for some reason and this Nine of Swords, anxiety and fear is prevalent in your thought space. Right in your head space, what you're thinking.
Financial and love.
Right. Anxiety and fear about releasing or moving or changing something. Okay. That's what's coming across here. So they are saying with your overall, like I said, we're just going to call walking away from emotional confusion. That's where you are. Your emotions are tied to so many different things. These could be different people or different pieces of yourself that you put into different things. Okay. So let's just say this might be your relationship you put a piece of yourself into. This might be your family with this here. And this might be your job. You put yourself into a lot of different cups. A lot of pieces of yourself are in a lot of different places. And I think that it's causing this anxiety about letting it go or going after what, well, it's about letting go of emotional confusion. It's not necessarily about going after what you want. And I think they're telling you you need to take a step away from this, maybe to get a clearer view. Because
because the Hermit is, as you can see, is in both your spreads.
Yes.
So to me, it means to take some time to yourself.
Yes.
Pull back, take some
Yes.
time for yourself, and figure out what's going on.
Yeah, because
or how you really feel about a situation.
Right, and I've noticed with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups, and I also want to say you had a progression here. You had the Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, and Eight of Cups. This is something that you have to
work your way up to.
Work your way up to. But even in both cards, the clouds are there, and I noticed that immediately. The clouds covering the moon, which is confusion covering your feelings, your true feelings about a situation. This is why they're telling you with the Hermit card to take a step back and so you can find out what you truly feel about something. You can separate your feelings from those of others. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You got your feelings in so many different cups that I think it's almost hard for you. Again, more cups, your feelings in more cups. And I still feel like it might be family with this one. We'll talk about that. You got your feelings in so many different cups, a lot of cups everywhere. And again, I feel that it's murky for you. This one almost looks like a swamp, if you guys can see it. I'm going to pull it up. If it helps. It doesn't help at all, does it? No, it doesn't help at all. Okay. So it's about as dark and murky as this spread looks, okay? It's literally a whole bunch of cups with a whole bunch of different feelings and influences, and then the swampy, murky water underneath. And again, that emotional confusion and that not knowing how you feel about something or not allowing yourself to feel that. And that's because of the anxiety that you actually do feel. Your fear is what's behind that emotional confusion.
So let's start from the beginning.
Yes. So the cornerstone of your reading is happiness, new opportunity.
It's a new opportunity, definitely. So you got the Ace of Wands.
Mm-hmm. With the Ace of Wands
there. For those of you who can't see or make out these cards, it's the Six of Wands and the Strength card. And the Strength card is in reverse.
Right. And we don't do reversals, but as I've stated in a previous reading, I believe it was Aquarius, I am using the Spellcaster's deck by Melanie Marquise. I'm not sure what her last name is, but these cards reverse themselves. No matter how many times I make these cards upright, they reverse themselves. So because it came out reverse, even though we clear the deck after we use it, I tend to think that it wanted to come out in reverse for that reason. But if you did or were interested in a deck, know that these cards are one of those kinds of decks that do reverse themselves. Okay. So with the Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Strength card reversed, I think that somebody is giving you an opportunity either to move up in a company. Mm-hmm. With the Six of Wands, if we can pull it up a little bit, you
definitely get a leg up.
A new opportunity. Get like I see a corporation or something like that, a company, and they want you to move up. In order to do that, though, from what I'm seeing with the Wheel of Fortune in your heart space, you're gonna have to leave some things behind. Again, with the overall energy, you're gonna have to leave something behind. In this case, it could be something that you've built up over time, right? With the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, that you put a lot of work into. I think, especially with this Six of Wands, what I was struck by was that she was above all these people. So I think it's some kind of promotion. Yes. That's what the new opportunity is. But you,
I think,
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say in your heart space with the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and the Six of Cups is that you want the opportunity. I see that with the Hermit. You're looking at the opportunity, but there might be something that's holding you back from it from right now. Mm-hmm. And it could be, with the Six of Cups, it could be that you have children.
I think it's fear.
It's fear, but I think that you may be saying to yourself, I'm not ready yet. You know, my kids are still young and I can't take this opportunity because it involves traveling, or it could be even, if you see this card, excuse me for a second, if I can get it up, there's an elderly couple in the background. Maybe you're taking care of a parent or something like that, and you're just feeling like that this is not the right time to take a promotion and change a lot of things that's going on in your life at the moment. Yeah, especially since we see underneath that is we have Four of Pentacles, which means that you do have a firm foundation where you are, and you might not want to change. I'm
not sure if I keep moving it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, because I have to keep.
Sorry, she has to keep adjusting. I'm lazy. I never hold the camera, but it's because she's way better at it than I am.
Okay.
Um,
So yeah, you have something firm, and you may not want to jeopardize what you have already.
right. This really boils down, especially with this strength card struck me as this is a confidence issue. With the strength card reversed here and the Queen of Wands in your root, what makes you feel confident and secure is what you've built up over time, what you've built up where you are. And I don't think that right now the reason why you have to go within with the Hermit card in the middle is because it's requiring you to move away from all of that. Again, going back to this overall, it's requiring you to walk away from that. And it's something that you have to think about. I think for a long time, like we talked about.
Right. If it is a issue of confidence, with the Six of Cups, it could be you felt this way since childhood or something like that.
Right. This might that lack of courage. Those fears could be childhood traumas or woundings that you built up over time. That you like one by one, and you use it to shield you. Because you see how he's got his treasures. This is his treasures all protected within this stone wall that he's built. And with the strength card reversed, the fear, the lack of courage, this may have been as a result of childhood. I wouldn't even say woundings, habits maybe with the pentacles, because I see pentacles with the cups is like habits. Maybe I wouldn't say negative self-talk, but maybe these are defense mechanisms.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what it is.
Because if you can see, he looks like he's being a little bit defensive.
Right. So you've got, these are defense mechanisms. So your fear, your safety net, right, is to stay where you are. What makes you confident is to stay where you are, maybe save your money, maybe stay at in that position, at that job that helps you. See how that little structure, you took those twigs and you built it, and he's guarding it with all his life. Meanwhile, what they're offering you is greater and bigger with the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands.
But it's not as comfortable.
But it's not comfortable. This change is not going to be comfortable for you.
Have to get out of your comfort zone in order to take this position.
Yes, I think defense
or start this new business,
right?
Or whatever, or and whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm tired, but to start this new project, that's what I'm.
Yeah, I think it's definitely some type of raise. I think they want to promote you. It's going to come with a certain amount of responsibility because this person is above these people and they're looking up to this person.
And if you already have responsibilities, you're probably saying to yourself, I don't need anymore.
Right. I'm not ready. That's how you protect yourself. You don't take on more than you think you can handle. But the crux of it is that you're afraid. That's why you don't want to do this. You might say it's your kids. You might say it's having to move. But it's because you're scared. That's what they're saying here. But yeah, this person, you might have to do more. You might be more visible, more recognized. People you might be a celebrity. And do you want to come out of your comfort zone with the Four of Pentacles? Where you're safe and everything is relatively small, like a big fish in a small pond kind of thing.
Right. Or you might have a lot of competitors.
Right. A lot of people vying for your position and you got picked, and it's causing, this is only one step away from the Five of Wands. You understand what I mean? Where these people were people you were competing with and you got selected. Maybe you feel like a lack of faith that you deserve it, because this has to do with worthiness, with both the Strength card, which is ego, and also the Six of Wands, which has to do with ego. Maybe you don't feel like you deserve it. The crux of the matter is whatever defense mechanism that you've built up over time, whatever safety nets you've built up over time, are to protect yourself so that you don't move forward. Actually, you end up staying still. With the Eight of Pentacles there, you end up you just kind of building on the same foundation here. And I think you feel safe. I keep getting back to that safeness because he's standing and he's protecting what's his. And again, this person's guarding what matters to them. Their dogs have to do with comfort and loyalty and security. And you got this brick wall, like these stones around this. And I think it's just a matter of comfort. Whatever this opportunity is, the thing that's scaring you is you're really going to have to be out of your comfort zone. And you may feel like with the Eight of Cups here that you have to leave everything behind and everything that you've poured, all these different things that you've poured your heart into. You know what I mean? I personally feel like it could be family because the children are here. It could be children. Or maybe
you might be also worried that so many things are going to be vying for your attention. You won't have time to be yourself. Because here we have the Queen of Wands and she's sitting on her throne, but she's just there. She's got her one wand and she's cool. Versus up here, we got the Six, and we have all these people trying to get your attention, and doing this and
Can you handle it? There is an element. There's an undercurrent here of the confidence issue of whether you're ready or prepared. Because the Hermit is about thinking, but he's also about planning. and with the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune, are you ready to deal with all of this?
That this position brings.
Right, yeah, the Queen of Wands is somebody who's like, you know what, I can handle anything. She's got her wand and she's using it to bat off things or to stir the pot or whatever it is that she needs to do. That wand is her protection. I think that because it's coming up here, you maybe not feel like you're ready to handle all of it. That's what I think. You feel safer where you're at. But I think the advice here, because not everybody's reading has advice, but for some reason yours does.
Yeah.
Is you need to leave
because you are coming up as that Queen of Wands.
Yes.
So that lets me know that you are able to.
You're capable. Yes, yes, you are. As a matter of fact, you're coming up as her twice. Mm-hmm. So this ambitious person is you. Okay, that's what you're able. You're able to handle this. You're able to handle this thing that they're handing you the wand, and here you are holding it. You're able to handle what they're giving you, but your comfort zone and your security is, for whatever reasons right now, your defense mechanisms. I keep going back to that. Your safety and defense mechanisms. I guess what I'm getting at almost with these different emotions in different cups, it might not even be that you poured your emotions in different cups. It may be. But it might just be like your emotions are so
all over the place.
All over the place. You know what I mean? That the defense mechanism is to build these routines. That's what okay. Your emotions are fragile to some degree. I'm not saying, I don't know if they're fragile, but they're all over the place. Maybe they've always been like that. Maybe with the fear card here and these emotions all over, this is a form of anxiety. Maybe you suffer from anxieties. You know what I mean? Like you suffer from anxiety.
I mean, it could be because you have the 9 of
swords here. Right. So like the overall energy is, for me, it's like they see that you're capable of handling this. Whoever it is that's offering you this promotion or this new opportunity to move up. But I think
and you are capable of handling it.
Right. But your anxieties and this inner child defense mechanisms, anxieties. It's like you got your emotions are so all over the place, and maybe you can't control them. I can't say, because strength is about power and control too. But it's like,
which is in reverse.
Right. You can't, because you're not able to control your how you feel about things or how you put your emotions into things. You don't have a very good reign on it. You become anxious. You know, you become very
thinking of. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
So thinking of everything that you need to do is making you anxious, even though, because I have the same thing. Whenever I'm thinking about all the stuff I need to do, I do become anxious. But when I'm in it, when I'm in the thick of it, I can handle everything.
Right.
And I think you know that you can handle everything, but that sort of anxiety still comes up your way.
Right.
Whenever just the thought of
right
adding something new to something already established.
Right. Your emotions become this confusing fog that makes you fearful. You suffer from some type of either anxiety disorder. I'm not diagnosed. I'm just saying this. You would know if I'm speaking to you. And it's some type of anxiety issues where it's just like whenever too many things come at you and you're out of your comfort zone, or you've created this comfort zone to tame this. Maybe this is why I think it's a progression. You were a child. You had all these different feelings about these little cups. But as you got older, these things became anxieties. But the way that you were able to deal with it, right, was to create these comforts, these routines, these certain ways things had to be done that you feel safe. You built up your little structure. It may not be the most, but it helps you to remain confident. Mm-hmm. It helps you to feel like you have control and power over a situation. And now...
Well, also, it might be with these two things, with these two cards, is that you like to keep things separate.
Right.
There's a certain separateness to this.
Right. As opposed to now you have to take on the whole thing. Like this is just a lot of little cups. You don't have a really good handle on it. So you try to meter out your emotion in little ways so you can handle it. This may become more work. It went from a 4 of Pentacles to an 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is more for you to build. There's just 4 rocks. And now there's a whole bunch more rocks that you have to build. There's more you have to put in to this. And you know that. And so I think that it's like, because you may have, as a child, suffered from some type of anxiety. I don't know why I feel that strongly, but some type of anxiety. You've built up these walls to protect yourself so that you're able to handle it. Like I said, I see routines because it's a pentacle.
That you're breaking things down into smaller pieces.
Right. Maybe the way you manage it is to take it one step at a time. We build it one little thing at a time at your pace so that you feel safe and comfortable. That's why this is hidden beneath that. And he's going to put the roof on it so that you feel comfortable. Or maybe the advice is, if you're going to go for take it in small chunks so that you can handle it, because it's a lot of things coming at you. This responsibility may be a lot of people's feelings, people's emotions are involved in whatever this is. You know what I mean? Maybe you're dealing with children. Maybe you're going to become somebody that's over some agency that deals with children or something like that. Whatever it is, it's a very important.
It's a step up from where you are now.
Yeah, but I just feel importance only because they're standing above. Their children are here. I'm just doing it crossways. So the importance, I guess the very responsibility, notoriety, what your word, what you say will affect other people. And that may be like their feelings, what they feel. They may want to chime in with what they feel. You know, maybe you're head of an agency and this person's like, well, we need $10,000 in this part because of this. And you are in charge of doling out these things to all these different people. And maybe that's part of the fear. Like, I can't do this. This is just too massive. You know, that's what I'm getting from it. I'm sorry, Gemini. But if this is you, because it seems, you know, I mean, there's lots of big organizations. There's Food and Drug Administrations. There's something like that where it affects other people's well-being, is what I'm saying, from here to here. You have the say-so over other people's well-being, young and old. Okay? Going this way. And maybe that causes you a great amount of anxiety. Like, I don't think I could do this. I might as well stay put. I'm good here. I'm safe here. I know what I'm doing here.
You still have treasures. You can see you're making up, you're still building up your money.
Yep. I'm safe. I got my little nest. You know, but what they're asking you to do, if you do decide to do this, is to take it in small pieces. You know, build it one little pillar at a time. If you are deciding you want to go for this opportunity, obviously conquer your fears. I feel like these fears and safety mechanisms are things you may have done.
Well, I take the time out also with the hermit. Take the time out and figure out what it is you actually want.
Right.
Know thyself. Know that if you are saying no to this position because you really don't want it, or if you're saying no to the position because you're afraid that you can't do that.
Because I think you feel like, or maybe the emotional sadness for you or confusion is that you might have to leave everything behind. Maybe that's how you feel. But I think they're asking you to come out of your comfort zone and leave all of these little, I guess, feelings about this behind. That's to come out of emotional confusion. It's still coming out to be the same thing. The moon and the murkiness, that's what I was going to say about the clouds to start. You have clouds covering your intuition. You have clouds covering your intuition, a crescent moon. So not fully aware of how you truly feel about it. But maybe this could be a spiritual journey where you kind of delve into your heart space so that you clear yourself up of this murkiness. And maybe that will help you to address your fears with address the strength card reversed and turn it upright. So that's on your financial side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now on your love side. I had to stretch. I had to take a stretch for that one. Okay. Because your financial side was actually quite interesting. Your love side.
Well, everybody's financial has been interesting, and I love seeing how it mirrors the love portion of it.
So your love. We have the Queen of Wands. Now here she's a little different. She bold as brass, shiny as tacks, or bold as, yes, and then bold as brass tacks she is. You've got the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. I think that you are very passionate about somebody, and I'm going to use a different word. I think you burn for somebody. You are hot for somebody. Like, when you think about this person, it just sets your whole world ablaze. Or, let me clarify this before we go any further. We were not sure when we saw this one, whether it was you.
Yeah, or the other person.
Or the other person. But we're going to go from here on out and say somebody, okay? Because that way it's clear that whoever the person it applies to.
And actually, before we begin, I want us to just get the signs out of the way.
Yep, let's do that.
So we don't have to do the stop and start.
Yeah.
So we got the Wands, the Queen of Wands.
And the King.
The Queen and King of Wands.
Yes.
So we know this is a couple.
Yep.
And that's fire. So it's Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo.
Yep.
Or Leo, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Hermit. We actually have the Hermit twice, so that's Virgo energy.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Queen of Swords here.
And that could be you, Gemini. But it could also be a Libra or Aquarius.
We have the Sun.
Leo has been represented 3 times in this reading.
Okay.
We've got the Sun. We've got the King of Wands. The Queen
and
maybe
we
4
also
times.
Have the, what is that, the Knight of Pentacles?
I don't know.
Which is Earth energy. So that's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn.
And then we have the World, which this is the whole thing.
And the fixed, yeah.
The fixed elements of Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio. And again, Leo has been represented about 3 or 4 times in this reading. Leo with strength, Leo with the Sun, Leo with the King of Wands, Leo with the Queen of Wands.
And but it can and with the World, right?
Yep, Leo with the World. So you very well could be dealing with the Leo. Okay. or somebody who has it so prominently in their chart that they act like a Leo.
Right.
That's when they say it's prominent in their chart. It doesn't mean that they have it somewhere in their Jupiter. It means that they have it somewhere in their chart to the point that if somebody were to identify them, they would be identified as a Leo. It influences the way that they think and behave. So they would behave like a Leo. Okay?
Well, and plus this is your love reading, so it might be that the Venus is in Libra.
Yeah. It very much.
Also, I just want to add, because we do have the sun here, and the sun is in Taurus, so it could potentially be a Taurus.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. It could be a Taurus because there's the sun, and we use with us with the world with the the sun. We use it as a seasonal card, so we do as a timing thing. All right, so with all you got a lot of characters in here. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, da. Sorry about that. Are we dying? We are dying, you guys. I'm trying to save us. Hold on, it's going to be a little complicated. Because this one plugs in at the top, which is a pain in the butt.
Oh, okay.
We're back. We're back.
Okay. So, with love.
Yeah, with someone.
With love.
We say this. Somebody is hot for teacher. Somebody is just hot to trot about someone. They still are in love with this person, and not even in love. They just want to be with this person. When I see this fire, it looks like an burning, consuming is what I got. And especially with the sun here, this is somebody who's like, I want what I want, and that's what I want. Okay. But they're anxious. So we have to sit and figure out, why is this person anxious, and allow the cards to tell us. I think they're anxiously waiting to want to be with someone, to work on a relationship with someone.
I think it's to work out something.
Yeah, to work out a relationship
and
with
I think
someone.
it's coming at the heels of a, if you point to the Eight of Cups.
Eight of Cups here,
it might
right.
be has been a temporary break between you and this person.
I will say this, in my opinion. I'm not going to say if it's temporary or if it's permanent.
Well, the Eight of Cups is usually a temporary break.
I mean, the Eight of Cups is when somebody, it can be a temporary break. Let's be real. But because the universe in this area is saying there's separation needed to get away from emotional confusion, I think it's a necessary break, whether it's temporary or permanent. Let's just put it like that. Somebody needs to cool their jets. That's what I'm saying. Maybe somebody already has, because in your heart space, we got the Hermit, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Wands. But the King of Wands is coming in as reversed. So here's what my take on it is. Either you, Gemini, or the person who is viewing this, see somebody's coming on really strong. So either you're coming on really strong, or the person who wants to be with you is coming on strong. They want you, and I feel a willfulness in this desire to be with you, and it's causing them anxiety. And I think it's causing you anxiety because the person definitely wants to be in a relationship with you and work this shit out. Okay? The person wants to work it out. Arby, you okay? Arwen, you okay? She's making a goofy noise. So, with the Hermit here, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Wands reversed, I think it's like somebody in this heart space, somebody's thinking, you know what? I need to cut this down. Or they know in their heart that this person is even cooling down. I keep getting giving them the cold shoulder.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, cooling down. I'm using words and don't even know it. Okay. They feel...
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it has, guys. You have no idea. They have this feeling, or after some introspection and space, have realized that this person is giving them the cold shoulder. Okay? Whoever the person is. Either you realize the person's giving you the cold shoulder, or the person is realizing that you're giving them the cold shoulder. And I think the reason is, or the motivation behind it, is because we've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Ace of Cups. The reason why they're getting the cold shoulder or giving the cold shoulder is because somebody is coming on too strongly. Knight of Pentacles is somebody who's persistent, determined, patient, but they take those steps, but they don't take those steps because they plan to fail. They take those steps because they know they're going to succeed. So you power that with persistence, resistance. Right. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles, somebody who's damn determined that they're going to get their way by hittle or by tittle. And with the Sun card here, it's like
they're coming on strong.
They are coming on so strong. And it's like I'm going to make you love me. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, yes, I will. Yes, I will.
You're going to love me.
You're going to love me. Right? So the anxiety for you guys could be this person's coming on so strong. Maybe this person is attractive to you. Maybe you're sexually attracted to them. But I don't see any cup cards here. I see the Ace of Cups. So it means it's a beginning. So it could very well be in this situation for love that somebody's coming on strong, but y'all just started. They want something a little bit more than what you're ready for, if that's you, right?
Now, I do see somebody who may have obsessive tendencies.
Yes.
With these, the Eight of Pentacles, because it means doing something over and over, the same thing over
Maybe
and over
calling
again.
you over and over, or you calling them over and over, and them not answering, which is fueling this. I gotta keep calling. I gotta keep chasing. There's a chasing energy here.
Yeah.
Okay, and the King of Wands, it's a quality.
I call him the Mad King.
Yes,
especially when he's in reverse. Either now it could be, because we're seeing two separate different things here right now.
Right.
It could be that you just had a argument with your husband or your boyfriend, and they need some time to cool off, but you don't want to give them the space. Or they don't
want to keep talking about it and talking about it, and they don't want to talk about it. Like, no, we're gonna share our emotions. We're gonna open up.
Right.
You're gonna open up to me and express how you
know
feel.
What's going on.
Yes.
You want to talk.
Yes.
Or if they want to talk. Obviously, you can vice versa. I'm not gonna keep saying it, but
right.
Yeah, somebody wants to talk, and the other person just wants to
retreat,
back away, just for a few. We just need a temporary break. I don't want to discuss it. I want to talk.
Because with all this fire, it's almost like it could be a clash a little bit of too much. It's too much, right?
But somebody could be mad in another way.
Right.
Somebody could, because he's right below what I consider the obsessive card. Mm-hmm. So it could be that you met somebody who's just overly familiar with you, who really does come on too strong. Yeah. And they're almost a bit obsessive about you.
And the King of Wands.
And you're just like, whoa, we just started this relationship. You can't call me 8 times in a row.
Right. And the King of Wands is somebody who, upright, is persistent, knows what they want, and goes after it.
Can't see it.
Oh, sorry about that. Can't see it regardless, but you know what a King of Wands looks like. Yeah. He's usually really handsome and appealing. Okay, well now he's in reverse, so he's not as appealing, because in reverse he literally means somebody who has stalker tendencies, somebody who has a volatile temper, somebody who might be petty, somebody who might be violent. You understand? So we don't see violence here. What we see is somebody who is being pushy. Mm-hmm. We see pushy, aggressive, not in a good way. Assertive, aggressive. Right. You've got him over and over again calling, texting, maybe trying to find different ways to get you to kind of see which way they can get your affection or your attention.
Offering things with this Knight of Pentacles
and the Sun,
maybe offering you gifts or money, or to pay something for you.
Yep, the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Ace of Cups is definitely somebody trying to buy your love. Okay, because the Knight of Pentacles is going to go and try to do it in a 3D way. With the Sun here, it's like, oh, for your affection, your happiness. And Ace of Cups is somebody maybe trying to buy you gifts, take you on trips, do things to kind of gain your affection. Little by little, they want to get you into this net. And so if this is you and you're anxious because this person is just keeps trying to find the way to buy you, to get you, to make you... and maybe you feel indebted to them. Maybe that's the anxiety. They keep giving you stuff and you're like, this is too much. Either way, they're coming on strong. Now, if this is you, go ahead.
Okay. If it was you, I wanted to say that you recently, with the Queen of Swords in the middle, you recently recognized this trait in yourself, and now you're taking a step back from this person to sort out your emotions. You want to see what is, because it's right across from this Six of Cups, you want to see what this trigger is for you. Yeah. Why is this person triggering you in this way? And you're taking a step back to figure, because you've realized this trait in yourself, and you're like, I'm not usually like this. I don't know what's going on with me right now.
If this is you, if this is you and you're chasing the person, because this King of Wands in reverse is a chaser, a person who doesn't take no for an answer type chaser, then maybe you are taking a step back and being like, I'm not chasing anymore. I really have to look at why I'm chasing this person and what is it in me. You've realized why you're what it is that makes you feel like you have to pursue someone instead of the other way around. In particular.
It could be this person in particular. But,
right. What is this person? Yeah. Why are you pursuing this person? Okay. Maybe that's where you are in the present with this anxiety and the clarity that you're getting with the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Sun. Maybe you're getting the realization that your happiness is from within. I always think this is your own personal universe, your own personal happiness. That's what I think the sun is. Y'all can believe what, it's the happiest card in the deck, but I think it's happy because your world, all that you need, the happiness, the soul, the sun, you are the sun, whatever. Your happiness comes from within you, that joy, that glow. Maybe that's what you're realizing. That's what you're doing now. That's kind of the thought pattern you're coming to in the present. And so maybe now you're just like, let me work on myself, stop pursuing people, because this could just be something that you've done in the past, been hot for somebody, thought about them all the time, did little things for them with the Knight of Pentacles. And now you're like,
And
you know
even
what?
if it cooled down, you're still maybe having a hard time getting the memo.
Right. Now you're realizing that you don't have to... You
But
have a
with the
hard
ace-
time realizing
but-
when people are cutting you off or giving you the cold shoulder or distancing themselves from you
But
or
with the
running
Queen
hot
of
and cold.
Swords, with the Queen of Swords and the Sun, you recognize this now.
Yes.
It's definitely a trait you're recognizing.
Yes, you're recognizing when people are hot and cold.
But you're also analyzing with the Nine of Swords above that. You're
Yes.
also analyzing your own behavior or
Yes.
the behavior of this person.
Yes.
Because you could be, potentially, this could be another person and you're seeing a lot of red flags.
Yes.
And you need to take a step back and say,
Right.
okay, what is, is this normal? How does this make me feel?
Right. Because the swords, the thoughts are blocking out the moon. The thoughts are blocking out the feelings. So these red flags are making, I guess all these thoughts that you have, maybe all the things that they're bombarding you with, are making it hard for you to see clearly about how you feel. Yet again, that murky confusion about how you feel about something. Okay? Maybe because of negative thought patterns, or maybe you think that I should be, am happy about this, but you're really not. If you are the person that the person is coming on too strong, the anxiety.
Right, because I think, I'm sorry.
You got it.
But for everybody else, he might come up as, because he's still a King of Wands.
Right.
He might come off as charming,
right.
and handsome.
You're not, right.
Assertive, and everybody's like, oh, you found a good one.
Yep. And you're just like, I don't feel like that.
Something doesn't feel right to you.
It feels wrong to me. What's
And
wrong with
You're
me? What's wrong with
analyzing
me?
it.
Why am I not warm towards this person and all of their, if you're the person that they are pursuing and coming on strong, you feel she's grabbing herself because I think that's her doubting her own feelings about the matter. If you are the person who feels like someone's coming on too strong to you. And so if you are the person who is coming on too strong to someone and you're finally starting to recognize the patterns with the Eight of Pentacles, and then with the Hermit, and when you're realizing when somebody is kind of showing you that they need space, right? And maybe slowly but surely you're trying to work on your own inner happiness and self-love with the Sun card and the Ace of Cups. This is something that you're working on as a motivation if you are the person who's coming on too strongly, okay? So the advice for both of them is still you need to separate yourself from emotional confusion.
Right. And sort out how you feel about the matter.
Yeah. But the only way you can do that is with the Hermit coming up here twice is to separate yourself from the source. Yes. You have to. You're not going to be able to see clearly until you separate yourself from the source of whatever's giving you confusion. So that would be our cue to go, because it means busy time right around here. But thank you guys so much for joining us.
And if this reading resonated,
please like,
share,
and subscribe. Other than that, we will talk to you later. Thanks, Gemini. Ta-ta.